What's up, everybody? This is Zach with the Jam Space Podcast. We're on a journey to the Stone Cold Truth together. All of us. I don't know what the rules are on Spotify or all these podcast platforms about playing music on here that don't belong to me. But man, I was just jamming some Rolling Stones and that shit got me feeling so good. And I wish I could share it with you guys, but I don't think I can. Today is February the 1st. It's the 1st of the month and it's a Monday. That's a combination of things to get shit done. Today we got a great dude. He's a bass player from Mothership. None other than Mr. Kyle Juett. He really needs no introduction. But if you guys aren't aware who Mothership is, they're a three-piece heavy rock fucking extravaganza out of Dallas, Texas. And Kyle is one of the coolest guys in the scene, man. He's involved in a lot of things. I talked to him about what they're doing with all their downtime. You know, everybody's doing different things right now. Mothership was on a couple of festivals this year. Festivals are starting to get canceled, so I figured I'd see if he knew what the deal was on Psycho, because I have tickets to that. I've had tickets since last year, and I'd like to go, man. I'd like to go see my boys. They also got a lot of my favorite bands out of NOLA that are playing there. Exhorter, I Hate God, fucking Crowbar is there, dude. Down is there. Mothership's gonna be there. It's gonna be a fucking family event. I'm really looking forward to that in August. I hope that it happens. And if not, you know, it is what it is. But without further ado, let's get into the episode. This is Mr. Kyle Juett. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Kyle, what's happening, man?
Not much, dude. What are you up to?
Nothing, bro. I was just trying to get a hold of you. I didn't know if your phone had died or what, bro.
Oh, man, I was just eating some chicken wings and lost track of time.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Fucking hey. Well, shit, dude, I'm already rolling, bro. I just want to say thank you for coming on here with me, man, for the Jam Space Podcast.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Anybody that's listening to this podcast really needs no introduction to who you are. I mean, Mothership's a huge staple in the hard rock, like, underground, and you guys kind of are breaking through right now, man. I'm real proud of you guys. I'm happy to be talking to you right now, bro.
Yeah, man. It's good to hear from you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I know, man, with nobody playing.
I feel like last time I saw you was when the world was normal.
Yeah, so it seems like such a long time ago, huh?
It's a long fucking time, man. Yep.
So how has Mothership been, man? How are you guys holding up during all this?
We've been pretty quiet, man. You know, we did like that live stream last April, which was a lot of fun. We never really done anything like that before, and you know, it was kind of weird playing a 2-hour set in front of no people, you know. I mean, we knew people were watching, but it's still different, you know.
For sure. I was definitely watching at my house, dude. We had it cranked up on the stereo, on the big screen, all that, bro.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was unique, and I feel like, you know, it was kind of the right time to do that. And I feel like, you know, there was only a few bands before us that had done that, and so we kind of, you know, I feel like we were kind of one of the earlier bands to get on that whole, you know, live stream kind of thing. And yeah, man, we've been honestly just kind of enjoying the downtime a little bit. I mean, shit, we've been so busy for the past, you know, almost 10 years, touring every year, you know, grinding hard, and you know, Mother Nature decided to give us a little break, so we're taking advantage of it right now.
Yeah, that's the best thing for all of us to do, man. Just kind of take it for what it is and sit back and relax with the family, you know?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you know, yeah, you know, it does suck that you know, they got the pandemic, so you can't really go out and do whatever you want to do. But you know, we get to see, you know, we're around for more birthdays and holidays, and you know, kind of like the life that we really, you know, didn't get to enjoy, the home life for many years. We're kind of getting to, you know, do that, and you know, at the same time, explore some, you know, other musical endeavors, you know, other things that we've wanted to do, side projects here and there that we've talked about. You know, I think we've all kind of had our own little thing, you know, on the side that we, you know, maybe wanted to start or maybe wanted to do, and this is a good time to do it, you know. So
yeah, let's talk about that. You're doing a thing, Temple of Love, down in Austin with those guys, with Steve Kolka and Susie, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a cool little gig. It's definitely it's definitely rock, but it's a different kind of rock. Susie's killer vocals. That's really what dragged me in. I like the way that she can just belt the blues and the hard rock stuff, and it's a little more on the '80s side. As far if you were to take like a little bit of the Cult and kind of that vein of '80s and '90s kind of rock, and yeah, it's cool, man. We've only played a couple shows together, which was a lot of fun. I think we recorded 6 songs. That's kind of just waiting to get that pushed out. It sounds killer. This dude by the name of Anton recorded it. He did, oh man, I'm trying to think of who he did. It'll come to me here in a second, but he did a lot of cool 90s rock. He did Helmet stuff. He did some Helmet stuff back in the 90s, and
really cool.
So he's got like a cool ear for that kind of style of what that project is, and it's cool, man. I'm just trying to get my name on as much shit as I can, especially given the situation of music. I mean, especially our genre of music. I mean, who knows what the fuck it's going to be like when it goes back? There may not be any venues left, and so I'm trying to explore the avenue of getting my recording credits on a lot of stuff with different musicians that I've had a lot of, respect for over the years. And, my peers that we've, in passing have discussed, wanting to do some projects or record a song or two together. And now I think I'm at a point where I could actually get a lot of that stuff done.
And I think you make a good fit with those guys too, man. Keeping it Texas, Steve and all those guys are real cool.
I mean, hell, I like traveling down to Austin, getting a little vacation at the same time, going down there and taking care of business. We just recorded a Deep Purple song with that, and that's going to be on I think that's what the hell is in it? Fuck, sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. The same record label that's put out the comp.
Oh, Glory of Death.
Glory Death. There you go. Yeah, good guys. Yeah, so they're putting out a Deep Purple thing. So that was a lot of fun. I mean, shit, I had to learn how to play the funk on the bass. I had to break out the funky jazz, man. And I like pushing myself when it comes to playing music. I feel like sometimes, especially with the Mothership stuff, we play the same fucking songs, 3,000 times on tour for months and months on end, and we barely get a chance to get in the jam room and write new stuff before we get the call again to go back on the road. So, it's nice to, get a chance to actually, prove to yourself that you can, learn a new style or, step up to the plate and be able to, show up, learn a song, record it, and be done with it, so.
For sure.
But it's killer. I like those guys, man. Temple Love. Yeah, it's good shit.
Have you guys had a chance? Have you been writing anything for Mothership in your newfound spare time?
I mean, not really right now, man. Like I said, we're just kind of taking it easy. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are chomping at the bit, ready to hear some new Mothership stuff. But like I said, it's been nice to kind of, take a step back a little bit, and I think all 3 of us have just, like I said, we've got a chance to enjoy a little home life. I'm always writing stuff. I know my brother's always writing stuff. We actually, I just went out with him for his birthday a couple weeks ago, and we talked about, revisiting some of the demos that we had done before the pandemic hit. And, so, I mean, we're always kind of working on stuff. I mean, as far as, right now, there's really no hurry. I don't feel like, I mean, even if you put a record out, it's, damn near impossible to go on tour right now. Everything's locked down, and, so, I mean, we're not in any hurry, we don't feel like we're, falling behind or anything like that. I mean, much props to the bands that are out there recording and doing all kind of stuff right now. But, for us, it's, it's kind of cool to just take a step back and,
No, for sure. I totally get that vibe too, man. I see you guys doing your thing online, man, just kind of hanging with the ladies and the ladies in your life, you know what I mean? And let's talk about your brother for a second, bro. He's a monster guitar player.
No doubt.
You guys been playing. What's it like playing with your brother, man? Growing up with him, getting into music together, and then watching each other grow, and then seeing him just kind of take off into the guitar player that he's become. I mean, how has that been for you?
Well, I mean, I think my brother's always had something special. I mean, even early on, when I was playing in, bands that really didn't amount to anything, I was just out there, getting my chops up, and he was, down studying guitar and shit in school. You know what I mean? Like he was wanting to know the inner workings of how to craft music, how to write it, how to be a guitar virtuoso. He wanted to do it all. So before the whole rock and roll persona came into be, he did the necessary work to, put the work in to understand how to write good music and how to read music, and, which I think it says a lot, for his level of guitar playing and, being able to walk into a room and he can just, create something, write something, everything makes sense musically. You don't have a guy who's like trying to force notes to where they don't belong. Like everything has to basically speak like the English language. It's got to have, a flow to it, and it's got to make sense, so he's always, I feel like I had a little bit to help him, basically come to life on stage as far as having a personality. I pushed him real hard to kind of come out of his shell, and I mean, fuck, dude. Once I did that, he just like blew up and turned into a guitar monster. And he's working on some really rad, solo stuff and doing the top secret stuff. And I'm just happy to see him playing music. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what makes him happy. And if he's always writing and recording and stuff, and especially in the time where we're kind of like chilling out right now, it's cool to see him still putting stuff out. So it's really cool.
That's great. I think the whole concept, if I'm understanding correctly, of Top Secrets is that he's like doing kind of like a compilation thing with various artists and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's kind of doing it like a Crosby, Stills, Nash kind of style, you know what I mean, where he goes and gets like a couple different musicians every time he wants to write a song. And I mean, fuck, dude. We've traveled the world. We've met so many good musicians and so many cool people that it makes sense. I mean, with one, email, one line word to somebody, they're in. You know what I mean? Okay, I'll do it. And so I'm excited to see what musicians he gets on board to do it.
That's very cool. The first guys I've heard of are, I'm totally blanking on their name. They're from up Northern California.
Slow Season.
Yeah.
Those guys are killer.
Yeah.
I mean, those good dudes are pure rock and roll. I mean, he's gone out there and recorded a lot of music with them before in the past. So I mean, they've already kind of had that cool connection musically. So I think I think that was a really cool lineup. I thought he was just going to roll with that and put a new project out, which I thought he should probably do that too, because that lineup is really cool. Brandon on vocals. I mean, that guy's
yeah, man.
He's killer.
They sound like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, he's that guy's a rock star, man. So it's cool. I mean, I think this day and time, you got to be able to, do a lot of different things really good. You got to be able to jam with people. You got to put out as much shit as you possibly can. You got to get your recording credits up. It makes you better when you play with other people. That's the bottom line. I mean, you go into a room with, 5, 6 new musicians you never played with. It makes you do stuff that you maybe haven't done in a long time, and it makes you better at the end of the day, so I'm proud of him. I'm always proud of my brother, and, like he's, always going to be my brother first and foremost, music or whatnot. So, he knows I've always got his back. So,
yeah, man, one of my favorite bands were brothers, and that's Pantera, and you guys are all from the same place over there.
Yeah, man, we definitely, just like brothers, we butted heads and disagreed and get over it and move on past it. And, I like to think that we're both in a better spot right now, in our lives. And, I'm excited to see what happens, with when we do decide to get back in the jam room and start kicking out a new record. I think it's going to be cool when that time comes, for sure.
And so another one of the avenues that you got is Hesher Records, man. I mean, what can you tell me about that?
Yeah, that's kind of something, I kind of dreamed up one day, you know, I really dug what like Easy Rider Records and all those guys were doing for music, and you know, discovering cool bands, putting out records. And, you know, I think that's the end game with Hesher. It would be cool to move into like a record label type thing. But in the interim, just keeping the name out there. You know, I've basically started selling a bunch of really cool records that I've collected over the years that just sitting on my shelf. I mean, I don't really listen to them. I'd rather have someone else have the opportunity to explore albums that I've already explored, you know? So,
Yeah, I think the first time I saw Mothership live, I bought a Bob Dylan record from you guys.
yeah, Kelly used to peddle the Hesher record stuff out at the merch table and shit, and you know, it's pretty cool. You know, we'll kind of, you know, if he's got some records, he'll sell some stuff. I'll sell some records. You know, that's kind of what it is right now. But
That's smart though,
you know,
man. Because if you got eyes on you, if they're in your like Hesher record store, and you're willing and dealing, you got them there, you know. And then you're like, well, check out the Mothership stuff too. You know?
yeah, I mean, it's you just got to keep trying to connect as much as you can to keep the stuff relevant. You know what I mean? Like, you know, 2021, man, you know, now more than ever. I mean, you know this, you're in a kick-ass rock band. I mean, you know, you got to always just kind of keep up, and, you know, keep putting stuff out or doing something creative like you're doing right now, you know, to stay relevant where people can, you know, keep tabs on what you got going on.
Yeah,
You know, so
I'm really glad that I fell into podcasting, man. I've been listening to them for so long and been thinking about
I
doing
love
one.
podcasts, man. I think that's a great idea. It's killer.
So, can you touch on like social media real quick? Because you were just saying about how we got to keep staying relevant, and then we're moving into like a new era of social media that I've been kind of hesitant about, is like TikTok and that kind of stuff. I mean, do you mess with that?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that shit, man. I mean, I think that TikTok's just, you know, I would take Instagram and Facebook over TikTok and
Yeah,
Snapchat. You know, I think that it's a little weird, especially for our scene.
yeah.
You know, pop music, hip hop music. If you know, if you want to do that kind of shit, that's cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I downloaded the fucking app, you know, during the quarantine, and my girlfriend's sending me funny videos, and I'm cracking up. But never once was I like, oh, I got to get my band on this thing. You know what I mean? Like it was just more or less like watching people do funny or stupid shit. You know?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
glad to hear you say that, man, because I just feel like more and more it's less and less about the music, and
Yeah, there's no reason to keep make it like a full-time job where you got to have like 50 fucking different social media things you got to update every day. I mean, you can connect your Instagram to your Facebook page to your Twitter page, and that's all you need. I mean, if you're putting cool shit out, if you got cool content, if you're putting out a cool t-shirt or a, you know, a piece of artwork or maybe like a snippet in the jam room, dude, Instagram will blow up, Facebook will blow up. Like you don't have to like, you know, you can do it. I'm not saying you're not, you know, not to do all the social stuff if that's what you want to do. I'm just saying for me personally, I like to keep it short and, you know, a short list of that social media stuff. And it's worked, you know, I mean, that's kind of how we, you know, honestly, like we got early on, we put a lot of biker parties and did a lot of cool shit because we were on fucking Instagram. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And you know, like a lot of people, you know, now are, you know, send us a message on Instagram, Facebook, and you know, like so to a certain extent. I mean, this day and time, you got to have it. It's a necessity, you know. But like, I mean, I'd take like Spotify or something over like TikTok. I mean, I know that you can get your music on TikTok and you might be able to make some money doing that, but I don't know, man. That to me just feels like a totally different like era to me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
Like
how
it
I
feels
feel
like that's
too. It's for the people like younger than us, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
That I don't really. I mean, yeah, you know, hey, they heard a Fleetwood Mac song and it went viral. You know what I'm saying? But really, I mean, do they really care about anything else other than like, you know, the hip hop and the pop stuff? I mean, it's only like a 5-second clip of a song, anyways. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. I mean, bands can do whatever they want to do. Just me personally, I just don't really see the point in it. You know,
I
like,
hear you. I agree with you, man. Do you enjoy other genres of music outside like rock and roll and metal and stuff?
oh yeah, man, I love it all. I really do love it all. I mean, there's not a genre that I won't listen to. I mean, I'll have my days where I listen to like, you know, soul music. I'll have days where I'm listening to black metal. I'll have days where I'm listening to, hip hop. Nowadays I'm listening to 90s rock, grunge, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
classic rock, blues, fuck, whatever, man. The cool thing about Spotify, people knock that shit. They're like, fuck Spotify. I'm like, whatever, dude. I mean, what? You're not getting paid from Spotify? Get in line. I mean, we're not making millions of dollars playing rock and roll anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, I like Spotify because I could just put on a cool, like, it'll, take all my interest in music and it'll put together like a badass playlist instantly. Whereas like I remember like in the early 2000s, I had to spend like 3 or 4 hours on the fucking computer just putting a cool playlist together. You know
Oh
what I mean?
man, I remember when Pandora happened. It blew my mind, dude.
Yeah, dude. But even Pandora early on was only playing like, 4 or 5 bands in the realm of what you chose. You know what I'm saying? So if you pick like the Sword Radio on Pantera, you might hear like, Mothership or like 4 other artists, and it'll just kind of rotate around those 5 artists, right? But like
Yeah.
Spotify, that shit'll get you down some rabbit holes, man. So I don't really understand the whole knocking on it. I mean, I guess we've always just been such a blue collar band, just go out and earn the money and sell the merchandise, and that's how we, paid our bills. And I don't know, like I guess I never really looked at things like Spotify as like some platform that I could be making tons of money off of. It's like, fuck, people want to listen to it, killer. Just come out to a show. Come out to a show, buy a T-shirt, listen to it all you want to.
Yeah,
Download the music. Share it with your friends. Come out to a show.
people
Buy
are
some
so
T-shirts,
used
buy a
to
record.
free music now that they're gonna get that music for free, whether it's on Spotify or however
Yeah,
they get it.
YouTube, fuck, it's all free out there. SoundCloud. I mean, look at some of the biggest rappers in the world started on SoundCloud for free. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, so it's, I just think it's, I think, for music in general and regardless of genre, I think it's about a lot about luck. And, I think you got to have a good work ethic, and you got to be willing to sacrifice a lot.
I definitely
know?
have a hierarchy of like the social media and the internet stuff that I mess with, and Bandcamp's at the top of that list, and then it's like Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Twitter.
Yeah, Bandcamp had just started because we put out like the Mothership, when we put out the first Mothership album. I mean, Bandcamp was just getting started, so I mean, now they got like ways of paying the artists a lot, a good amount, and so it's really cool. That platform's come a long way. I remember when we first got started, I was like, "What the fuck is Bandcamp?"
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why don't you just put it on their iPod?
I'm like, putting it on MySpace.
Put that shit on MySpace, I guess.
Were you guys? Was MySpace still around when Mothership was getting started?
Nah, man.
No?
That was a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started writing Mothership demos November of 2010.
Nice.
We got 3 demos done, and I want to say that we started gigging in like January or February of 2011.
And was your pops playing drums for you at this time?
Oh yeah. We basically, I was like, I'm booking shows. This is how we're gonna start. So
That's so cool, man.
Y'all get your asses ready because we're gonna start playing some shows. So yeah, I don't know. I just kind of it was funny on my Facebook memories popped up, and it was like the first pictures that we took as a band, I guess you could say, with my dad in it, and it was cool, man. It seemed like seems like a lifetime ago. It's like I got way more gray hair now.
Yeah, man, my son plays the drums and we jam together, and I can only imagine how proud your pops must be of you guys, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, they're him and mom are super happy, and I mean, shit, they got to go to Europe, and got to tour around Europe and see all the cool shit, just because their kids played.
You guys were on a big, nice
music.
Bus too, huh?
Yeah. Not the first time.
Oh, gotcha.
But we did that Stone Jesus tour and Elephant Tree tour, and we got a bus with them, and it was mayhem.
So it's looking like the festivals over in Europe are a bust this year.
Well, I mean, fuck, what'd you expect? I see all these fucking people announcing tours since April of last year. Like, oh, in the fall, we're going to go back on the road. I'm like, why don't y'all just relax?
Yeah.
Why don't y'all just fucking relax, dude? It ain't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as bad as I want it to happen and want to get on stage and see people, like, I want the real thing, dude. I don't want to be looking out there with a bunch of people with masks on, 6 feet apart from each other, standing completely still,
Yeah.
afraid to death that they're going to get sick.
It is very weird, man.
It's a weird thing. I had COVID, dude. I just got over it, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the shit is fucking weird and it's different, and I've been real sick before in the past and I didn't get real sick, but the way that I got sick was weird, and so it's understandable how, the science needs some time to catch up to this thing, so, hey man, we're going to go back to playing shows eventually. We're going to play festivals eventually. And, I think, all these bands announcing these tours and canceling the tours, announcing the tours, canceling the tours. It's like, dude, just chill, just relax.
Yeah.
And just wait until they tell us we can do it. I think every band's chomping at the bit to be the first band back on the road whenever they open the floodgates. You know what I mean? And it's just like, dude, we don't really even know the mental issues that are going to come from this shit. Like people might be scared to go out in the public if they say it's okay without a mask. You know what I mean? We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know the psychological effects from all this shit,
even the economic backlash that's gonna happen,
Well, dude, and I mean, how many badass venues and bars and shit have closed? I mean, I haven't even begun to think about routing a tour because what used to work for us 2 years ago, it may not look anywhere near to being the same shit as it is now, So, I mean, there may be holes all over the country where we got to drive from Chicago all the way to Phoenix because there's no venues in between,
Wow,
like,
man, that's insane.
And you think about that, like you said, from a financial standpoint, I mean, that's not really worth going on the road if you're going to be flat ass broke, and it doesn't make sense. So,
you guys,
yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to stay positive down here. I think last year, all my musician buddies, we all went through our phases of depression and anger and, like freaking out. What are we going to do? What should I do? Should I go get a real job? Should I do this? What the fuck am I doing? Like it sucks.
Yeah, And you know what? I think the guys that have just kind of been keeping quiet are the ones that are doing the right thing. I mean, I haven't heard anything from a lot of bands that I follow, and then a lot of other bands that I follow, they're releasing music and stuff. But I guess the people that don't have music to release, the smart thing to do is just let it rest, just like you said.
And build up a little hype, build up a little mystique again, like what's the band doing? Are they even a band anymore? Did they break up? I haven't heard anything.
Absolutely.
It's like I see all this shit on the internet, and it kind of cracks me up because it's exactly what we want. We want people wondering about what we're doing because whenever we do put something out, they're gonna fucking listen to it.
Oh yeah, I've seen whispers around the internet. Did Mothership break up? That's funny. So I just wanted to ask you about, you guys were on Glastonbury and they canceled. Am I right?
Well, we weren't on that. No, I just did. I saw that the other day. That was the first big one to cancel 2021 stuff. So how that goes is once Europe starts pulling the plug, that shit starts, everybody else kind of starts falling in line. I mean, we're booked to play Psycho Vegas in August this year. I've still heard that it's still a go. We announced some stuff not too long ago about it. So, like I said, I'm not freaking out and trying to get answers and I need to know this and I'm just letting shit just work itself out. And if it doesn't work out, then in 2022 we pack everything up and go back and do what we need to do.
So are you comfortable with going to Psycho if it's all a go by August and everything's good?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, if it's fuck, I already got the goddamn shit, so.
Yeah, you're good to go for a while.
I mean, shit. I don't know. I asked the doctor. I said, "Does this mean am I like a mutant? Am I immune to it now? I can just walk around without a mask?" He's like, after 90 days, you're back in the pool, brother. So.
Wow.
So I don't know, man. For me, it's like I was watching this. It was interview with what's his name, Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
And they were interviewing him about stand-up comedy and like the stat. It was basically their industry. He's talking about stand-up community, live comedy, shit like that. And the guy asked him a question, and he said, "Well, I mean, if they say you can go into a mask, a comedy, you can have 15, 20 people in there wearing masks." He's like, "Do you want to go on stage and do it?" And he said, "No." He's like, "I want the real drug, man." Yeah. And when he said that, I hit the floor. I was like, for real. I hit the floor. I was like, man, I could not agree more with that statement because it's like, I want the real thing. I want to feel the fire, man. I want to feel the crowd. I want to hear the noises. I don't want to look out and have it look like a sci-fi movie. You know what I mean?
Jeez, man. I can see it right now, man. It seems like it was so long ago. The
Oh yeah,
last show, I was at a concert. Me and my wife went to a show the night before they shut everything down, and it was Patrick Sweeney concert, man, and some good rock and blues music, dude. He's awesome. And then
yeah, I can't remember. Shit, I can't even. Man, I feel like it's been a lifetime ago since I was working. I was doing stagehand stuff up at Gas Monkey in Dallas. I think the last concert I saw was Overkill outside at Gas Monkey.
nice.
And I think one of those dudes got sick, like a week later, because Death Angel had just come back from Europe,
Oh wow.
and their drummer almost died
From COVID?
from COVID, and he got the original strain like from Italy and shit. So like he came back and was like on his deathbed. Like it was pretty bleak, but Will pulled through, and then I remember hearing about that, but yet they hadn't shut anything down yet, and so there was an Overkill show, and I'm pretty sure there was a couple dudes sick on that. And right after that is whenever they canceled all the shows, and that was weird. I remember that was so weird. I was like, there's no way they're gonna shut it all down. Come on.
No,
And
yeah.
sure as shit, they
Yeah.
shut that shit down.
It's so wild, man. It's like Psycho went, and I was like, wow.
Well, yeah, I mean, like we had like some really killer shows lined up too, and like we canceled everything. I mean, it was just like, and then like our agent and people were just like, well, let's try to announce a fall tour, and I'm like, no, I don't want to be that band that's always like, hey guys, we're about to go on tour again. Hey guys, we just canceled. Hey guys, we're going on tour. Hey guys, we just canceled. Hey guys, you know what I mean? It's like when I see that shit on social media, I'm like, well, what the fuck did you guys think was gonna happen? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, did you think that? From where we're at, like this shit takes a long time, like, I mean, I feel like we still have another year of this, and I think the Glastonbury, those guys are getting ahead of it. They're like, fuck it, we're canceling till next year. No reason to even try to mess with it, So as bad as I want it to come back, as bad as I want to go play rock and roll music again and write records and have it feel like being normal again, like I get it. It's like I understand, and it sucks. I mean, I'm having to hustle like I've never hustled in my life. It's like, to keep the fucking bills paid. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, man.
I hear you on that, man. And we're all doing this together, and I think you guys are doing the right thing. Just waiting until we can see the light at the end of the tunnel,
I know that's what I'm waiting for, man. I'm waiting for that sign. I'm waiting. I know when I'm gonna be ready to fire up the engines again. And I'm not looking to jump the gun and get people's hopes up and then have to cancel stuff. And I want to do it right, and I want to make sure that we don't have to cancel anything. Because I don't like to cancel stuff. So
you guys are on the Deep Purple compilation and the Glory or Death compilation as well?
You talking about Temple of Love?
Oh, Temple of Love is on the Deep Purple, right?
Yeah, Temple of Love's on Deep Purple. I don't have any hand in on the Glory of Death compilation. My brother's in on that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. Top Secrets. Okay.
Yeah, he's got that going, man. And
is there anything else that you want to put out there?
Yeah, I got another cool little gig going on right now, man. I've been writing some tunes with Henry Vasquez from St. Vitus and the Skull, and he also plays in Blood of the Sun, and he's on drums, and on guitar Clayton Mills from Dixie Witch. She's playing guitar, and yeah, we just kind of one day just decided to get together and write some stuff, and we've got some cool stuff. So be looking for that. Be looking for probably something this year. Probably get a tune or two out, and like I said, man. I mean, I'm about to be 38 years old. I want to be writing as much music as possible, and I've known these guys forever, and it's more fun for me. It's not like I'm trying to prove a point or piss people off, or I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I want to write music and record stuff. You know what I mean? So So be looking for that. I got that little cool little project coming, and
does it have a name? So you guys got a name yet, or are you keeping it under wraps?
We're keeping it under wraps right now, but we got a cool name for it. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I'm looking forward to all that, Kyle. I want to thank you so much for coming on here and just talking about, you know, what it's like for a band like you guys with all this shit going down. So.
Yeah, man, we're still together. We're just in holding pattern right now, just waiting for them to tell us we can fire up the thrusters and go kick some ass. But, you know, for the time being, everybody take care of yourself and be thankful for your loved ones that are still here, because a lot of people lost a lot of good people around them to the sickness, you know. So be smart, you know. The shit is real. I mean, I fucking had it. I know it's real. So don't listen to the shit you hear on the internet about it being some weird fucking thing. It's people are getting sick. So, but much love to you, brother, and appreciate the call. And to everybody else out there, love you guys. And hopefully when the world gets back to normal, we can get that real taste again.
Get the real thing. Hey, thank you, Kyle, man. You guys be good over there in Dallas.
You too, brother. Talk to you soon, all right?
Yes, sir.